At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. All right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Quick pass, right side, complete. They get 38 out of the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Completed over the middle. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Right.
Off play action, it's Fields. Headed out right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Chubb here on first down. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, search forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Tagovailoa on first down. Completed left side to Thomas. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. Tua out of the pistol. Brought in close to the 8. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Called in by Waddle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Tua again. Into a crowd and intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Here we go. Right.
On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Don't jump. Ready?
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Right.
Back-to-back carries here. Along the sideline past midfield. And he's all the way down to the 36. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Here we go. Good.
First down, ball at the 36.
EQ. Right.
Another carry for him. He's got room to roam here. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Big gain, 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here we go.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
EQ. Tonight.
Back to the well again. Room to the right. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers parlay the interception into points. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Go left Zion.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa on target to Waddle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down, here's Tua. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Second and 6 coming up here. Again, it's Tagovailoa. It's into the hands of Chubb. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 2-minute warning now for Macrisher. It's the Dolphins looking at 4th and pretty far. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Steelers will take over deep on their own side. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Trying the right side. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. You've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
Right.
They give it to him again. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stops by Chop Robinson. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields hits his running back. He has room past the 25. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
Mini base. Why not? Go.
Fields out of the gun. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go, son. Can.
They kick the running back in motion.
Alpha. Right.
A pistol snap. Fields. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. Launches one deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Offense to the line for second down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Steelers will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Here we go. Yep. Minute. Side.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down.
11. Here we go. Side.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Here we go, son. Alpha, 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 alpha. Right.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Right.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Get right here. Get right.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
44. Ready.
Right again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Get set. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey.
2 now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Hey, come on, two. Come on.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Okay. 21G, 21G. Let's go. Step. Solo left Zion. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa again. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Long. 20, TX.
From the 24. And in for the Miami touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. We're good. Go.
Now a give running right. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Get out.
Fields throwing here. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Hey, 551. 551.
Receiver in motion, going left.
Get out.
Fields now on 3rd. He's throwing deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect your...
Pressure off left, and it's blocked.
I could feel the anger all the way up here, Kate. They did not like giving up the big play, the lengthy touchdown. And they decided to release a little bit of that frustration via the special teams. That juice, that energy, you could feel it overwhelmed there and led to the block.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, Austin. Go.
Here's Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds his man, Waddle. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Dolphins have it to begin the 4th, and this game, it has been a nightmare for them. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Ready.
job running out of the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, here's Tua. Has his man, that's their rookie from Penn State. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd and 4. Oh, next time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. Connecting on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's caught. He found some space. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making the scoreboard look a touch better. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Dolphins still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
Here we go.
Give now to the running back. And he's able to work this down to the 41. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A gain of 4 for them, and that sets up 3rd and 7.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7.
Extend. Out, let's go.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down.
Here we go, son. Hey, Ken. Right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 4th and long.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And their lead stays halted at 20.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
They cross the 40 on a nice run. Past the 20. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Now 2 at a throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
21G. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Dolphins hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. First and 10 from the 41. Again, it's Tagovailoa. Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Solo left side out. Long.
Another try following the sack. He's got Ayuk on that slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
20, GX. Watch it, Oscar.
Tagovailoa back to throw. And they get this down to the 28. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Hey, 21, GX. Hey, number 1, high.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Ready, John?
They send a man in motion. After the sack, another pass on second down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Like, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Here we go, son.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Right.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, you get that ball in your belly, baby. You got almost no time to process what the line's going to do. You better make your decision and hit it downhill. Excellent vision to find the opening and get things started well here on first down.
Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in November. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.